Hi guys, welcome to Nordic Drip Coaching. So today I'm gonna make dinner. I'm like the total opposite. So when I'm stressed out, I cook. When I'm not stressed, I want to order. I don't even want to be in the kitchen. But when I'm stressed out, like I just need to release all the stress. So I just like to cook like a huge meal, drink a bottle of wine. Yes, a bottle of wine, okay? And that's what I'm gonna do today. So today's wine, because I haven't even cracked open the bottle yet, guys. But yeah, there we go. So this is an organic red, and I mean, it's bomb. The first time I had it was actually when I posted the video of me and my friend talking about self-care, and since then I have been obsessed. So this is what I'm drinking today. Chloe, can you lower down, please? I'm trying to record. Let's see if we can get a close up. Yeah, we need all this, okay? We definitely need all this today. Salud! So today I'm making a beef stew, but I'm using beef chunks. I like to cut them real small. So I recommend when you're making any type of meat, you try to buy grass-fed, organic. So Stews is where I buy my meat. So I'm gonna be using this grass-fed beef chunks, and I'm gonna cut this up. I got red pepper, green pepper, a whole onion, but I'm only gonna use half because my kids are kind of funny with that. And in the sauce, I'm gonna add some tomato paste. I'm gonna add some sofrito. So I like to use a pink salt, and it's like a pink Himalayan salt. I have some fresh ground black pepper that I'm browned. And I don't know about you guys, but I love to put chili flakes, but I only put a little bit. So whenever I'm cooking red meat, I like to clean it with vinegar. I like to kind of moisturize it in the vinegar, and then I let it sit for probably like 1 minute. Then I'll clean it out, and then I season all of my dry seasonings on top. So let me show you. I'm gonna put the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
Mama, I'm done.
And what you want to do is you just want to moisturize it so it kind of cleans it. I know I hate touching meat too, but this is what you gotta do. And then I'll let this sit for like 1 minute, and then I will wash it out, and then I'll cut it. So how I like to cut my meat is I like to use scissors, because it just makes the job a lot simpler instead of me having to get a cutting board and doing all that. So I'll just take a piece like this, and then I'll just cut it. And I didn't let it defrost a whole lot because I didn't know that I was gonna make this today, but I was like, girl, you stressed. You just need to just cook something that's just gonna make you happy, because I believe food is supposed to make you happy. Food is supposed to open up all of your senses, you know, taste, smell, and the sound of it sizzling is just something that really makes me happy. So yeah, so and I just like to cut these small because the kids, sometimes if it's too big, it's so hard for them to really eat it. And if I see like big pieces of fat, like I will cut those fat pieces off, because it's organic meat and it's from a pretty good butcher. It doesn't really have like much fat on it, so that's good. And I'm so anal with like meat, so I will definitely sanitize the scissors, sanitize the bowl, tabletop, all that, because you know, we don't want no cross contamination happening here, okay? You have to be very careful. Like, you just can't be cutting meat, talking to your friend on the phone, touching everything. When you cutting meat, you just really have to leave it all about the meat, okay? All about the meat. You can tend to everything else later. I'm gonna put this on the side. I'm gonna sterilize all of my stuff. And how I sterilize all my stuff is I have a bowl that has disinfectant water that I make from soap and a little bit of bleach. Okay, so now that I've finished cleaning up everything, I'm going to add some adobo, some garlic salt. I have been obsessed with this lately. This just adds a little tang, like a little bit of that lemon flavor to it. So I'm gonna add some of this. Then I like to pour this directly on the chicken. So I'm gonna add some of this sofrito. Add it there. And of course the pink salt. I like to add this on top. Then my handy dandy best friend, which is my pink spoon. So we just mix this around. And today, guys, we don't have time to let this sit, because usually I would let this marinate overnight, but this was just random, so we don't got time for that. So I just got to put a little extra seasoning, so hopefully it will all marinate into the meat so it tastes good. So this is what we're doing. We mix this all in. So now this is going to marinate for maybe like 20 minutes on the side while I cut up all of the veggies. I got the cutting board, so I'm gonna put this on top. I'm gonna wash these out. And I like to use organic vegetables, so these are organic peppers, just because it tastes much better than just non-organic.
Yeah, this is that one. What's more, this never
If you could see my face, it's hot in this kitchen. That's why during the summer, I was like, I'm not cooking. But now that it's getting cold, I'm gonna be cooking a lot. So there's gonna be many more of these videos because this is my stress reliever. So I like to use a medium-sized pan, non-stick. I love this brand. You can find this brand in TJ Maxx. This is where I got it. So I put a little bit of olive oil in here, and then I put this on medium heat. So I let this get hot. Then I'll throw in the garlic and I'll throw in the steak because I like the steak to be marinated with some hot garlic. That's what brings all of the flavor from the garlic to the steak and to all of the vegetables. Yeah guys, so while we're waiting on this to get super duper hot, I'm going to start on the white rice. I'm gonna make white rice. Again, I'm using a non-stick pot, and I like to use Carolina rice. I usually buy the organic option, but this was all I can find. So I'm gonna wash this out with water, and I'm gonna put 2 cups in here with 3 cups of water, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do. So fun fact, I'm actually getting a new stove because the thing with this stove is you can put this at a certain degrees and it just gets super duper hot for no reason. If like you can see, it's on like 100. So I'm getting a new stove tomorrow actually because this is just not gonna work. I'm going to put the garlic I just cut up, and that's what we love to hear. Let it cook. I have to put the meat in fast before this burns because my stove is broken, so hold on. So while this is browning, I'm going to actually start on my rice. So to start on the rice, again, I'm gonna add olive oil to the pot. I'm gonna heat it up first. I use olive oil for everything. I don't use oil like canola oil or vegetable oil. I like to use olive oil. Extra virgin, okay? Extra virgin. So I'm gonna heat this up, and then I'm gonna clean out the rice. Yeah, so guys, we got the rice here. I just cleaned it out and I measured it, and then I'm gonna pour this into the rice pot. And this is already bubbling, so I'm gonna put the rice in. And guys, I try not to make too much rice because the rice just goes to waste in this house. Like literally, we have like 1 spoon each, and then before you know it, we just have mad rice left over, and then I end up pouring it out. So I've got accustomed to just making a little bit of rice, so that way I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I just added 2 bowls of rice because my daughter said she wants me to pack her lunch tomorrow. So I had to add an extra 2 cups of rice, so I have enough to pack her lunch because I have a little thermos that I like to put it in. So I'm gonna pack her lunch tomorrow for school. And then how I cook my rice is I clean the rice, I make sure the pot is hot, I mix it in with the olive oil, and then I turn the pot on high, right? Make sure the pot is on high. I let this cook in the olive oil. And what I'll do is I like to use regular salt, just regular salt, table salt. And I'll just put the salt in the rice without adding water. I don't like to add water yet. And then I'll mix this so that the salt mixes into every grain. And while this gets really, really hot, then I'll add the water. And this is browning perfectly. So I'm gonna add the vegetables into this. First goes the onions, then the green pepper, and then the red pepper. Then I stir this all in. So as you can see, it's getting really hot. It's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan. This is when I will add the water. I like to add cold water to my rice. And by now, I don't measure it. I just see when it covers, and I'll mix it to see exactly when it fully covers, and then I know that it has enough water. And whenever you're using a non-stick pan, you want to make sure that you be careful scratching it. So I don't really go hard on the bottom. I go really soft because I don't like to scratch my non-stick pans. So as you can see, it is water, and there's a good amount on top, and then it's the rice, and that's what you want. So this is gonna sit here, and then I will let it boil, and then I will cover it. What I will do next is I will add my tomato paste, and I will then stir that in. And I will add about 1/4 a cup of water. And I'm not a fan of covering my stew, so I'm gonna let this sizzle. And then I'm going to add a little bit of beef bouillon to it to give it like that more meaty flavor. And I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of butter and a little bit of my red chili flakes. And as you can see, guys, I'm sweating up a storm. This is per usual. And I always get phone calls late at night. I always get people calling my phone when I'm trying to cook, which is okay. Like I don't really mind it, but I'm trying to cook you guys a typical meal in my house, and I'm just trying to incorporate what I make. I'm gonna make some organic peas on the side because I know my son loves these. So I'm gonna cook these with some butter, salt, and call it a day. So the meat is cooked just how we like it. As you can see, it absorbs all of the juices. All of the veggies have already marinated with the sauce. So this is already done, guys. This is done. My green peas here, I put butter, I put a little bit of salt, and these are done. And this is how you know you cooked a bomb-ass rice, okay? The top is fluffy. I really have to get used to holding this camera and cooking at the same time. So I like to have a kale salad. So I'm gonna have kale. I got my bowl right here. And my obsession is this Caesar dressing. It's bomb, guys. This is good. Now this don't look drenched enough, so let's just add a little bit more. Okay guys, so I served the kids already. This is my dish. So I have the stew, white rice, my kale, and I'm a sucker for beets, so I put my beets. I like to use this brand. It's called Real Pickles, but it's organic beets and it's just fermented. So this is my meal. I love to have my greens to fill up most of the dish, and then my carbs and my meat. Hi guys, so I wanted to let you know that this is something that can be done with just simple ingredients. You just have to just focus on measuring, making sure that you have all of the right measurements, because nothing is worse than dry rice. Nothing is worse than dry meat. So you want to make sure that you follow the steps. I try to give you guys the correct measurements, but then again, like, I'm not a chef. I will be posting a lot more videos just like this. I really enjoy to cook. Yeah, so I just want to share my recipes with other moms, other fathers, anyone that is out there having to cook for the family. And it is such a de-stressor to just sit down, have a candle, have a good meal, a nice glass of wine, and just depress, you know? Just kind of just enjoy your food that you made. You know what's in it. You know what ingredients is inside of it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm so happy you guys were able to see what I make for dinner. And there's gonna be many more to come because this is what I do. But again, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Love you guys.